Hi everybody. Today is day 3 for my challenge. I'm putting the camera, sorry about my hand. Okay, there we go. So it's day 3 for the challenge. It's already Wednesday. Yesterday afternoon I wanted to do this video, but unfortunately we were without electricity and my camera was low on battery, so I couldn't do it. And yeah, so I want to repurpose, a jar. So I'll show you a couple of them that I've done. These I did in, oh dear, I think 2001, 2002. And I did them for a fair. I had my whole table full of these, and it was beautiful at night because they were all lit up. I did them for the purpose of lighting them up and putting them in to use them for lighting candles. And I did sell quite a few. Actually, I even sold them to a girl for her wedding, and she had these jars all on the table lit up for her wedding. This is a piece of fabric, so I've been using fabric. Now the base of it is all rice paper, which gives it a beautiful transparency to it. And this one not so much. Well, yeah, you can see the design even when it's lit up, but it's fabric. The other ones I've done instead with, I'll show you another one here, more Christmassy, with napkins. So, and this becomes really transparent when you light it up, and there's always the rice paper underneath. Okay. And this one was decorated with, some raffia. You can do them, you can leave the border, you can do them with ribbons, you can do them with raffia, you can do them with anything you want. You can twine rope around it. It depends on what kind of design you're going to be having on the front as well too. So let's get to it. So I get a jar, and now I think you could definitely do this with tissue paper as well too. I just love the effect that the rice paper gives it. See, Nancy Vastine, if you're watching, this is rice paper. I don't know if yours, what I could see on your video, it was similar. And I think in the second video when you showed that other piece of paper, I think that was rice paper as well too. That I didn't really get a good look at, but rice paper comes in every form, anything. This is rice paper as well too. It's just designed. It's got something on it. Okay? So we just grab the glue and start sticking on the pieces. Now naturally it's a smaller jar, so you want to hold on there a second. Oh boy, it went for a roll. Okay. It already has a piece that wants to stick to it, so we'll just leave it there. And you just put it on. Like so. Very fast, very easy. Like I said, you can probably do this with tissue paper as well too. Okay, so I'm just going to add this other piece here, and then we'll continue with the one that I already have ready. Now, as the napkins go, if your napkin is the backing color of the same paper you're going to be using to cover this up, you don't have to fussy cut it. But if the backing of the napkin has a different color, you're going to have to fussy cut that color. Okay? So I'm just going to set this to the side right now, and then I'll continue after the video. I'll finish it up. You see this rice paper here, pretend it's a napkin. I wouldn't have to cut this away because it's the ivory would be the same color as my rice paper. But if you get a napkin that has, the backing color, which would, let's say it would be blue or green, you would have to fussy cut it, because then you're going to see, the blue or the green on top of it. So what I'm doing today is I'm using the rice paper. This is one that's already done. So I want you guys to look at this, right? And then look at this. This is the way it's going to be when it's dry. Now this is just a couple of pieces are still wet here, huh? They're not all dry, but it'll become all like this once it's dry. So, seeing that, like I told you, my rice paper is the same color as the rice paper I already have on. I just cut them like this and you can hardly see this. If you want, what you can do is kind of rip it to make it, to take away the straight edges. Okay? And just start laying down. Get that rid of that piece there. Just start laying down your rice paper or your napkin or whatever it is you want to use. You know, you can use paper as well too. Mind you, like I said, when you light it up, you know, if you're going to use it as a candle, because remember you guys, you can also use this as a simple container. Just leave leave this alone, don't decorate it, and you can even, you know, you can even decorate the top of it as well too. Okay, I'm just putting them in randomly. Then you can go over and overlap if you want to. This is going to be one with roses. Now when this dries, it'll become transparent like this is right here. You'll have a little bit more, you know, around the rose where the other paper is doubling up, but it will become transparent. So I'm just going to put a little rose here. There we go. So I'm going to set this here for now. And let's see if it does start drying. Now don't worry about putting the candle in here, because remember, these are jars that we do preserves in, so they can take the heat. You have to make sure the candle is going to be in the center and that the flame is not going to be touching the glass, because in that case your glass will crack after a while, after taking so much heat from the candle. It'll get black on the inside a little bit, but it just wipes right off. That's if it touches the glass, it'll get black. Oh, this is not going to dry really good right now for you guys to see. I want to show you the transparency of the napkin, the rice paper in this case, on it after. Because the two I just showed you isn't a good example of the transparency. But then again, you're not seeing them lit up as well. I have the smell of cloves, because in that other jar that I just showed you, there was cloves in there before, and I took them out and I put them in, they're right here. They're in another jar. Any form, any shape you can use. It doesn't matter. Now in this case, you know what I would have done as well too, having them in the house. If I had little roses, you know, little pink roses, I would have lined them all up around the jar as well too. You can do that. You don't have to put ribbon, you don't have to put raffia. You can, you know, put whatever you want. And I just had something here ready. Yes, I do, right here. So I thought of putting this little trim around. And just the same, you know, if I go and find those roses that I would like to put around, I can do that as well too. So I want to put you guys a little bit closer because I don't think you're seeing that really good. There you go. Okay, so I'll start. I'm going to center the jar because this one has handles. And I'm going to start right here in the middle. So that way, if you do want to put a little arrangement just on one side, you can cover up the joints of the ribbon around it. And don't burn your fingers. I'm just adding a little dab here and there. Don't need much to hold it. Yeah, that was cool when I did this little art fair. It was around almost Christmas time. I think it was a month before, so I did lots of Christmas ones as well too. But it looked so cool at night when I had them all lit up. I'm going to cut this little bit of excess here. There. And with my scissors, there you go. Now, like I said, from here on in, you can do whatever you want with it. You can, like I would put a little, you know, bit of flowers here. My idea is I would like to put a little, all different little types of flowers around the jar. And have that close it off. So I'm wondering if I usually have a little light here in emergency case if the lights go out. But I think one of my sons took it, so I can't even show you that. I wanted to show you what it looked like lit up. Let me see if I can light one of these up and show you really quick. I would need a lighter. These have candles in them because I was using them around my house too for the holidays. So, you know, you see I can't really tilt it because the candle will, I can see it, but you guys probably can't. Sorry. That's why I wanted a little light in here so I could tilt it. So yeah, there's my challenge for today. Grab those old jars and do something with it. Like I said, you don't need rice paper. You can use tissue paper because it's very transparent. So think about what you can use, and I hope you guys have a good time doing these. Till the next time. Bye. Actually, until tomorrow. Bye.